run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a mistake there the first time that they touched the football. And now CD on the other side. What an opportunity.
A great opportunity, because remember, they went right down the field on the opening drive and got 3. And I think they're probably a little disappointed in just getting the 3 on the board. But here they have another opportunity to try and go up 10-0.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson.
Score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. York able to send this one through, and that will make it 6-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Tanner Muse there defensively. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 58 yards. And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were a quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Let's go now.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult space. He realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
92 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
York able to send this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
74 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a 1st down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Pat Fryermuth. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Chubb will try the middle here, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down.
multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Hardman on the return.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And some room to work. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Watson off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be 1 step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
159 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
always going in like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going, donkey.